Hi guys, so I'm back again. So what we had been doing was this. Okay, so I forgot to tell you anything in the previous chapter we had done about the Arctic Circle. Remember the 6 days of the 6 months of daylight during winter and have darkness for 6 months also. That's Norway, which it's called the midnight sun, the city of the midnight sun. This is because the tilt of the axis. Life is very difficult, and in some places around the ground permanently covered with ice. So another one thing is we have here, do we all know that million years of ago large parts of earth were covered with ice. It was known as the Ice Age. There was a movie also, Ice Age. There's a movie in English, a cartoon type movie. You should watch that, Ice Age part 1, 2 and 3. Very nice. You'll come to know how the world was and how was it existing. So you'll do these things, and I want to discuss few questions with you here which I have, and they are questions here like I just want to tell you more about it. Like, what are the major climate zones? The 5 major climate zones I want to tell you. Global climates around the world are often divided into 5 types. We have the tropical, the dry, the temperate, the cold and the polar. Polar are the poles towards the pole side. Temperate, as I told you, dry as I told you, and the tropical ones as I told you. So tropicals ones will be reading just now in the equator part. So before we go to that chapter, I'm going to just explain you some things about the temperature zone. What I'm going to tell you now is all about the temperate zone only, which we were doing. These climate divisions take a variety of factors in consideration, including altitude, we did, pressure, wind patterns, latitude, geographical characteristics such as mountains and oceans. These all depend upon a place, what type of zone it's going to be, what type of temperature there is going to be in this zone, or what type of season does this follow that place of that earth when it's on that axis. What are the 3 heat zones of the earth? I have told you: frigid, temperate and the torrid zone. Okay, heat zones are the different zones of the earth where the sun rays fall differently. I have told you, thus causing different climate patterns. These zones are called the torrid zones. The 2 temperate zones are the 2 frigid zones. The torrid zone is very hot since the shines overhead here. The temperature zones maintain moderate climate, and the frigid zones are extremely cold. Basic information I want to tell you. This is all what is. I'm just discussing what is there in the notes with you. I have a drawing with me, which is a nice small drawing which you'll be able to see, and I have 1, 2, 3, 3 drawings actually. So these are there for you, and there are 1, 2, 3, I guess 4, 5 questions. The first one is, what kind of climate do the temperate zones have? You have to write this. It's there in that PDF file. How many heat zones does the earth have? Okay. Give one reason why rays that fall at a slant give less heat. Why is the torrid zone much hotter than frigid zones? Write difference between the temperate and the frigid zone. I'll repeat the question again for you. What kind of climate do the temperate zones have? Question number 2. How many heat zones does the earth have? Okay. Give one reason why rays that fall at a slant give less heat. 4. Why is the torrid zone much hotter than the frigid zone? Cool. The last one. Write the difference between the temperate and the frigid zone. Okay. So this will be there on that file which I am going to send you. So you will get these questions there. So that won't be a problem for you at all. So you will get to know, and you will see the difference there also. So it won't be a problem for you. So we are done with. I'll come back to the index. Let's come to this page. Come to the contents page. We have done our earth, continents and oceans. Second chapter was the imaginary lines, the latitude and the longitude. Third one is movements of the earth and its effects, the rotation and the revolution. Fourth one was the temperature zones of the world. Okay. So now we have the equatorial forest region. The equatorial forest region. What's the equatorial forest region? So that is on page number 30. So could we all be on the same page at page number 30? Okay, chapter 5. We are on page 30. So we are going to, it was quite, actually your chapters are very small with only, see this has only got page 30, 31 and 32. So 31 and 32 are the main page, and this has got only 3 to 4 lines on page 30. So how long can we pull for each chapter? So we are going on a good normal speed in which we'll be finishing quite a lot of things. So I just want to give you a plain idea about it. What's happening here. Okay, so in this place it's about what do you say, the equatorial forest region. The equatorial forest region is found on both sides of the equator. This region falls in the torrid zone and is very hot and wet. Basic information. Equatorial zone, you see this part, see this part, see it here, this part, this is the equatorial part just crossing through Africa, and some parts of India also has that, the equator is there. So this area where there is green, this is the equatorial range, is where the forests are and what type of things are there. It's very wet and very hot as well. Okay, so there are rains as heat as well. So it's crossing through the Pacific Ocean, the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. The Tropic of Cancer goes through India, between it from Gujarat side, and the equator slices through Africa, South America, the top of South America, and parts of the Pacific Ocean which goes through that. Okay, so we'll do that. If you look at the map carefully, so that's why I showed you the map, so you look at the map carefully. If you look at the map carefully, you can see that the places and the continents that fall in this region are South America, Africa, and Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia is this down part next to Indian Ocean. You can see the green parts here which are there in the book, just above Australia. Okay, just above Australia, this white mark, the Tropic of Capricorn. Just on top of Capricorn, those green places which you are seeing, that is the Southeast Asia part. In South America, the countries that fall in this region include Ecuador, Colombia, and Brazil. So these green parts in South America, the first part next to Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, in between Pacific Ocean and Atlantic Ocean, you can see this part, small part, that is South America. The places which include in South America are Ecuador, Colombia, and Brazil. Brazil is famous for, you know what, football. In Africa, which part is Africa? You see the cross part between Atlantic Ocean and Indian Ocean. In between that place is called Africa. So that is, in Africa are Guyana, Liberia, Cote d'Ivory Coast, Ghana, Nigeria, and Congo lie in this region. In Africa part, the equatorial area. And Malaysia, Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, and parts of Thailand in Southeast Asia also lie in this region. So Thailand is quite hot. So parts of Thailand, so this is Southeast Asia. We have Thailand here, we have Papua here, we have Indonesia here, we have Malaysia here. Okay, so these are the parts included here in the world. So this is put on a flat place like this, it's going to go like that, round. So it's like that. Okay, clear? Okay, now what is the climate in this equatorial region? So whatever the round places, whatever there is in the equatorial area, the climate is going to be the same. Okay, so when it's spinning and the sun is there, so whatever the spinning, the speed which is spinning, it's always having that rays on that place only. The region is found on either side of the equator, both the sides of the equator. It receives the direct rays of the sun almost throughout the year and has days and nights of equal duration. Whatever day is they have in the day, the timing. So if they have 12 hours in the day, they'll have 12 hours in the night. Okay, so it's like that. The humidity is very high because moisture evaporates from the rivers, ponds, plants and form clouds, and they have rain. These clouds rise slowly around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Rainfall occurs along with thunderstorms. This type of rainfall is typical to the equatorial region and is known as tropical thunderstorm. There is no winter season here. No winter, but by evening 4 o'clock there is rain every day. So it gets wet. Again humidity arises, so sweat and heat is there, and it's cool as well. So if you think Thailand is very hot during the day, yes, it is very hot during the day, Thailand also, but in the evening it gets cool again. So Brazil also, in the evening it gets cool, there are thunderstorms, it's raining, always wet. South America is wet because we have the river Amazon there in South America. So that humidity is there, the world's largest jungle, the Amazon jungle is there, so humidity has to be there. So it happens like that. So we'll keep it till there, and we'll make sure we come back in the next class, and I'll go against that, and by the time you'll get this PDF, the PDF file of the last chapter with the questions and all, and there'll be some question answers for you also, solved ones, so you can go through them and solve them and learn them also. And I told you 1 page handwriting every day, and please get in touch with all the subjects you're doing. See, I'll tell you one thing basic, jot out one routine. Like you have the routine on your website for your classes, like that make a routine in your house also. Every day, what am I going to study? Which subjects am I going to study? So Tuesday keep for SST, Thursday keep for SST. So follow the ones which are there on the website and make a chart also in your house. So these are the timing I'm going to study. Listening the video is half an hour. After that you study on that chapter. Okay, so every day make a point of studying 4 hours. That is 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening for class 6. Every day, and play for 4 hours also. 2 hours you play in the morning, 2 hours you play in the evening, and 2 hours study in the morning and 2 hours. But if you play more, you have to study more. But basic ground rule, the nutshell rule is ground zero is 2 hours, nothing less than 2 hours. That is there. Sunday is off, Sunday you will not study. I am telling you, listen to me. Sunday you don't have to study, Sunday enjoy yourself. But till Saturday, keep on that routine inside you. Saturday you will study a bit less than the weekdays, like half day type. Like you do school half day, also you have school half day, so do it half day. Instead of 4 hours, you do it for 2 hours. Do it a half day. Enjoy life. But every day keep in touch with it. And don't do your writing during these 2 hours of studies. Writing, suppose you are playing, you get 10 minutes off, you are having breakfast, you ate breakfast, okay, 10 minutes, let me write 1 page. And then keep it away, and after keeping it away 2 hours I want studies. So half an hour goes in listening to me. Okay, sometimes it's 22 minutes, sometimes it's 28 minutes, sometimes it's half an hour. It's listening to me, you listen to me. And half an hour you have for Ylings. Ylings is also totally not half hour. Sometimes it crosses half an hour, sometimes it does not cross half an hour. So it falls in between. So see those both of them, and you learn from these 2 periods, and you hit into your periods also. And make it a calculation of 2 hours time, boss, you won't have any problem at all. I am telling you, mark my words, and you follow that every day, you get into a practice. Okay, and come into that form again, and be at home, and you're doing it there. So once school opens, you come to school, it's like that, everything is done. So you're ready for it. Okay. So do that and take care of yourselves, and be good, stay at home, and respect your parents, respect your elders, and love your neighbors also, and be good, and do naughtiness also. I like children to be naughty. If you are not naughty, you won't have that energy inside you. Okay. And second thing is keep yourself clean, keep yourself safe, and stay at home, and eat good food, and means healthy food, good food as much as you can, and play more also, so that you can burn that calories which you eat, and you will build your physical body also well. The more you eat, the more you burn, the more you exercise, the more energy you get, and you'll be able to study also more. You'll have a healthy diet, you'll have a healthy body, and you'll sleep well also. You should sleep at least 8 hours, please, please, please sleep 8 hours well, nice and properly. You should sleep so that you get up fresh like a flower, and do whatever you want after you do your studies, and take care of yourselves and be good, and miss you guys and see you soon. Bye bye, God bless, and do your homeworks, okay? Don't worry, I'm watching you, I'll catch you. Okay guys, see you, bye bye.